Friends, there's no good faith reason to ask a question over and over again when you don't plan to accept the answer, no matter how many times it's given. But our media doesn't care. That's why our national media is unsalvageable. Kayleigh McEnany, though, she's smacking some fools around today at the White House on exactly this issue. We're gonna let you really hear this. We're gonna air out this exchange. Let you really get into this. Play it.
Statement without ambiguity or deflection. As the person who speaks for the president, does the president denounce white supremacism and groups that espouse it in all their forms?
This has been answered yesterday, the day before, by the president himself on the debate stage. The president was asked this. He said, sure, 3 times. Yesterday, he was point blank asked, do you denounce white supremacy? And he said, I've always denounced any form of that. I can go back and read for you in August 2019, in one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy. In August of 2017, racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and other hate groups. I have an entire list of these quotes that I can go through with you. He has condemned white supremacy more than any president in modern history.
But just to clear it up this morning, can you, naming it, make a declarative statement that you denounce, that the president denounces it?
I just did. The president has denounced this repeatedly. The president was asked this. You're contriving a storyline and a narrative.
I'm just asking you to put this to rest.
I just did. I read you all of the quotes, and if you need to see them in writing, I will put them in an email. Hold on.
So, Kayleigh, can you right now denounce white supremacy and the groups that espouse it?
The president has denounced white supremacy, the KKK, and hate groups in all forms. He signed a resolution to that effect. The president just last week, perhaps you all weren't covering it, but just last week expressed his desire to see the KKK prosecuted as domestic terrorists. This president had advocated for the death penalty for a white supremacist, the first federal execution in 17 years. His record on this is unmistakable, and it's shameful that the media refuses to cover it. Yes.
Thank you. The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security.
Yes. It is shameful. Enough is enough, right? At what point is it too clear, is it too obvious that they don't care what he says? It doesn't matter how many times the president comes out and tells everybody, of course, I denounce white supremacy. Oh, my gosh. It's exhausting, but they're crazy. They're deranged. That's the problem. They have Trump derangement syndrome. It's not just a clever name. It refers to something. It refers to a state of mind, to a situation. And they simply do not want to let this go. They don't want to let it go. And so they continue to hammer the president on this. It's embarrassing for the media, but they have no integrity to protect. I'm glad Kayleigh is finally just, because then the news story is White House, finally denounces white supremacy. No, they denounced it a ton of times already. My God. I mean, white supremacy is a hated thing in America. White supremacy is denounced. It is despised. You will suffer severe professional and personal consequences for your support of it if you actually are a real white supremacist, right? I mean, so this is all it's just nonsense. This make-believe problem that there's a president who is a white supremacist who won't denounce it. But they look what they do. They it forces people to be on defense. But this is just like the way the libs call everybody they don't like a racist. You're a racist. I'll prove you're not. No, you can't, right? You're a racist. Prove you're not. Oh, you're a racist. You probably don't even have, they'll say to you, you probably don't even have any black friends. You say, actually, my best friend is black. Oh, so you have a black friend. Like that proves you're not a racist. You can't win no matter what. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They don't care. It's just all a way of expressing their rage and disdain and everything else about it. Oh, we just want to get it on the record. We just want it to be on the record. It's on the record a million times. It's ridiculous, and we're all sick of it. But unfortunately, there's going to be more of this. Next week, I think, there'll be some revelation about Russia, Russian interference in the election, and then they'll start talking again about Trump refuses to confront Putin. As if people living in suburban Ohio are supposed to be up late at night wondering about what the president is doing to upset Vladimir Putin. Putin is not a threat to you folks. Putin is not, he's not invading. He's not going to crash the U.S. stock market. He's not. What is this? The country that we need to be concerned about that has tremendous influence here, that is silencing U.S. industry and silencing the conversation in this country in ways that suits its totalitarian regime, is China. Who wants to confront China? Donald Trump. They always say he's such a friend to authoritarians. Really? Because the only authoritarian regime that's a real long-term strategic threat to the United States is the one that Donald Trump was willing to do things that no president before him in the modern history of China, or the post-World War II history of China, no president before him has been willing to do. And yet they act like he's such a friend to dictators. It's amazing. Look, do I wish the president had taken a different approach with Kim Jong-un? Yeah, but that's a problem. It's just not going to get fixed. We're not going to fix that problem. The next administration's not going to fix it. The administration after that's not going to fix it. North Korea is an anomaly in the world, and at some point it'll hopefully just start to change and turn into something else, but no administration has had any success in changing that situation. And, Trump thought he would take a different approach. Maybe he was wrong, fine, but this is where we are, all right? This is the situation in which we find ourselves now. I'm so sick of all the BS. I really am. All the BS around this. Can't we have a conversation about what's going to be better for people that are trying to, run a small business? Can't we have a conversation about changing college and our whole system so that people aren't going deep into debt to do that? Not to have the government write checks for it all. Should we even be going to school for 4 years? All this? No. Instead, it's let's have a week-long chat about whether Trump is a racist for the millionth time when he's not a racist, and the people saying so are just liars.
Hey, Team Buck, thank you so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you like this video, please click that little thumbs up button so then it will log as liked. And also, if you want to see more great content from The First, please click subscribe.